Hi, SFUSD teachers. Today I am going to show you all of the different settings that are in this color G when you have the Google Classroom and Synergy Sync turned on. As always, there's a whole team of people to help you, so definitely reach out via help desk if you need more help or clarification or want someone to walk you through this. But here's the basics to get you started. So you can see here if I have my color G and then I click the gear menu, there's going to be a bunch of different options here. So the first one you can see is session auto sync. I know a lot of people who have found that turning this off is better because then they can just click sync when they're ready. It's just that blue sync right here. Um, I always forget to sync, so I like to keep it on. I'm willing to wait while it logs in, but it's up to you which one makes more sense. So basically, every time you log into Synergy, it will go ahead and sync. And if you don't want to wait for that, you can unclick this, and then you can see right up here to the left, you can click that blue sync. Then there are a bunch of different sync options. So the first one is what type of assignment you would like Google Classroom to put your assignments that you're making. So for me, I teach an ELD class. So the type of assignment I'm going to use the most is communicate. Um, a lot of times, right, in a general class, we would use knowledge and thinking at my school, or maybe this is just like most of the assignments are classwork or something like that. So these are your different types from gradebook setup. So I always have communicate because that's the most of my assignments are communicate. You can kind of see here all these yellows. The next section is default points value. And if you used, what's it called? If you used to use School Loop, you might be used to this where it makes it the same points. So you can decide a couple different things. For me, I want, if I make an assignment right here, like this is worth 14 points, I want the max points, the max and the points to be the same. Okay. You could also decide to always change it. For example, if you want it to be a specific number. So perhaps you always want an assignment to be worth 5 points, no matter how many max points you have in it. So maybe something's worth 20 points, but everything is scaled down to be worth 5 points. So that would be a specific number. You can also set it by the type. So for example, if you have tests as one and classwork as another, maybe tests are always worth 50 points and classwork is always worth 20 points. So you can also set that up, okay, depending on that. And that would be set up based on when you set up everything in your gradebook categories. The next one is a sync block phrase. So this phrase, you can change it, but I recommend just keeping it the same so it's easy to figure out if there's an issue. You just copy this phrase when you create an assignment in Google Classroom, and that's just basically going to tell Synergy that you don't need to copy this. So if I was like asking a question or I wanted students to do a quick assignment that I wasn't going to grade, I would just copy the sync block phrase, which again, it's just this managed by Google Classroom. I would copy this into the description of the assignment, and then Synergy won't pull it in and I won't have it show up in my gradebook. The next one is scores of 0. This one is a little bit complicated. So all of these codes down here are my my different comment codes that do not get removed when scored. So I don't really use these as much. I use more ones that are when I put in a score, then it disappears the comment code. But that's what these are. Those are here. So for example, if I put in a 0, I could make it automatically say late or something like that, or I could set up one that says like no assignment. And that's going to give those comment codes in Synergy so that our loving and supportive adults can see them as well. Okay. So it's up to you. Again, there's tons of ways to do this and think through this. I just want to make sure you know this is all here. And the last one is overwriting with blanks. So if you're leaving blanks in Google Classroom, but maybe you're going to grade something in Synergy, I do a lot of my grading for my blank stuff. For students that didn't complete the work, I'll use a comment code from Synergy instead. I like to do prevent blanks from overwriting so that if I leave it blank in Google Classroom, it's not going to overwrite it if I put it in Synergy. You can also allow blanks to overwrite, but I recommend doing this prevent blanks from overwriting. So that was a quick little rundown of all of these different tools that you have in the color G in the gear menu. And again, as always, if you need help, please submit a help desk ticket to get one-on-one support. Thanks and have a great day.